Okay.
Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is June 9th, 2022, and Bitcoin is still holding support, still, in my estimation, prepared to break out any moment now. Okay, we are on the 4-hourly chart looking at Bitcoin against US dollars as usual, and I want to draw your attention to this level right here. Actually, let's use a rectangle. If I can find the rectangle tool, let's see. Here we go. So this level right here is a level of support that we've been holding for 2 to 3 days now, okay? And that is the major support level, the local support level that we're in, that is likely to produce this kind of, so let's get our arrow or path tool here. Here we go. So this is what I'm saying. I'm seeing this being our initial break of structure, whatever this move is, okay? This being a consolidation of some sort, right? And every single time the price came down in this region at around 30,000, a little bit below, we found some strong buying pressure, okay? Once, twice, 3 times, okay? That's usually what you get, right? You get these pitchfork reversals, as I used to call them, or some people call them W reversals or 3-pronged reversals. So you have 1, 2, 3 touch points at a support level, and then once you hit that, you should then bounce off and create, right, an impulse to the upside, or at least a move to the upside, even if it's not impulsive. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing on the charts, and that's why I said in yesterday's episode, prepare for Bitcoin to break out. That's one of the reasons, okay? Obviously, we also have the macro analysis, which if you've been subscribed to the channel and following this analysis, you'll know that ever since we hit the bottom at 25.5 early in May, right? May 12th, we've been consolidating right here, okay? This has been massive consolidation, right? And we haven't broken down from this area. Where's my pen tool? Right here. We haven't broken down from this area. Okay, if anything, we've been forming a channel. We popped above it, formed a new channel. Okay, right here, a smaller channel, popped above it, retesting the bottom of this channel, popped above it, retesting. And so I'm expecting a move up, all right, in terms of the next big move, right? So this is what I'm looking for. And one of the main reasons that this analysis is something I'm holding on to and I'm quite confident of is that if I'm looking at the rest of the market, right? And remember, nothing moves, very few assets in the cryptocurrency move by themselves. A lot of times things will be putting in similar patterns, but just on various time frames, right? They're not always moving at the same exact time. So what I like to do is look laterally. So if I go into my general watch list, I can see that some other assets already broke out. Again, if you look at this, it's completely different asset, right? It's band protocol, but it does remind you of the chart we were just looking at, Bitcoin. It's not the same, once again, but it does remind you of that. So we had on May 12th, just like in Bitcoin, a bottom, right? A capitulative bottom on high volume, followed by a consolidation, okay, breaking below slightly, and then another consolidation, a smaller, and a breakout, retest. And so that pop out or that breakout is what I'm expecting. And so Band put in a breakout thus far of around 60%. Okay, Bitcoin has yet to break out. We've seen this in other assets. We can go down the line. We've seen breakouts in a lot of things because it is alt season, because Bitcoin is preparing to break out, because it's consolidating. It's basically giving us the roadmap for what a lot of other assets are preparing to do, and so you're seeing them execute this maybe before Bitcoin. Some of them are going to wait until Bitcoin breaks out. Some of them are going to do it a little after. But this is what I expect in Bitcoin, right? Similar chart, and I'm expecting a similar breakout. And if you're subscribed to the channel, you'll know that I'm expecting for this. Let's bring in this classic RSI to be the beginning of a larger move to the upside, right? So you can see it on the stochastic RSI. We're completely bottomed out here, and I expect it to really show that we've got a lot of runway for positive price action. Okay, so we could see it in band. We can see something similar in theta. Okay, you see the reversal patterns put in, completely bottomed on stochastic RSI. If we go to the daily time frame, you can once again see something similar to Bitcoin's price action, right? Again, you have a capitulative bottom at sometime in May, right here. Okay, you have a consolidation followed by a breakout. And so I'm expecting Bitcoin to do something similar. And if you're looking at this from here on out, you're essentially getting some sort of inverse head and shoulders, which we all know is a bullish pattern and has a target of the height of the pattern. Okay, so this is the neckline, right? The height of the pattern would be like so. So the target would be up here somewhere. Okay, and then after that you get consolidation, and then you continue to go consolidation, continue to go. You just get series and series of breakouts and consolidations until you're no longer working with previous price action with which to consolidate these inverse head and shoulders, right? So it's just a series of breakouts, consolidations, breakouts, consolidations. So that's what I'm seeing on the charts, and that's why I'm seeing it. So I am still waiting patiently, operative word, patiently, for Bitcoin's breakout. So just as these other altcoins have broken out, I'm anticipating Bitcoin do the same very soon. All right. My personal investments, some of which have already started to break out, I'm expecting even more, right? Because as I said, right, we've gotten a breakout here, consolidation, right? In Cardano, kind of putting in a cup and handle, if you will. And so right now we're back at a neckline. I'm anticipating another breakout, right? DODO, something similar. Except it's a little more wicky. There's a lot more volatility. You know, it's an asset that doesn't have as large of a market cap, so the highs and lows are much more extreme. But it's essentially the same thing that you just saw in Cardano. Reserve rights, you did put in a breakout right here already, and you saw you made that high. Now you get a retest, and I'm anticipating that retest produce another high. You're basically retesting here very clearly this neckline, right? You created a neckline right here. You met it. You met it. You broke out. You broke out on the third hit. You hit it once, twice, third time you broke out. Now you retest major resistance, right? It was resistance here, was resistance here. Now you're retesting major resistance. That's why I said yesterday that I was buying more of RSR, because we're at support, retesting major resistance as support, and I'm anticipating a continuation to the upside. Okay, Kadena yet to break out, right? Perfect. And I showed this before. Perfect falling wedge we all know that those patterns tend to break up and out. And, I'm very confident that this will be the case given, what you see in other altcoins, but also that Bitcoin is yet to break out. So these may be following that price action, that timing, okay? Telcoin, similar to Kadena, falling wedge, right? Once this falling wedge is broken to the upside, I anticipate it give some really, really, really strong positive price action. And in these falling wedges, the target is typically the top of the wedge. So that's the first target, okay? And Ravane, last but not least, same thing. You have a falling wedge, but less acute, okay? But still, I'm anticipating that when it does indeed break out, that it targets the top of the wedge as its first target. So that's pretty much it for me. Hope this was helpful. If this was useful, if it was, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, the operative word is patient. Patient. Patiently or patience. Okay, whatever. I said I'm waiting patiently. So it's the adverb. Patiently. That's the operative word. You have to be patient. Don't overreact to small moves to the downsides, consolidations, right? People who get overly emotional at the idea of having to wait for these miss out because they start doing things that don't make any sense, right? You're clearly holding support. You've been clearly holding the support of 29.9 for 2-3 days, but even more clearly has been the fact that you've been holding this support of 29.3 for even longer, and even longer have you been holding 28.6, right? So the idea of shorting this when every single time you're testing major support right here, 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 and here, you're finding a strong bounce, it's irrational, okay? But people act irrationally when they want something to happen, right? Just be patient. All your fundamentals are telling you that this is consolidation for a continuation to the upside, right? Even if, let's say, you don't know how to read price action, just look at your indicators, like your basic indicators. Look at your stochastic RSI. It's bottomed out on the weekly, right? Look at it on the daily. It's kind of oversold, not going to lie. However, you want to look on smaller time frames. Look at the 12-hourly, right? It's it's overbought on the daily, but oversold on the 12-hourly, oversold on the 8-hourly, oversold on the 4-hourly, right? Almost oversold on the 4-hourly, slightly oversold on the 4-hourly, and completely oversold on the hourly. Well, not completely, but oversold nonetheless. So, don't overreact. Just be patient. Position yourself to take advantage of the next move, even if you don't know exactly when that will be. All right, that's it for me. If you found value, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.